A few months ago, I was just any other school student. No business, no experience, no idea how I was even going to start. But I kept seeing young entrepreneurs making it, and I thought, why can't that be me? Why can't I be the one making all this money, helping all these people? So I took action. Now, I'm building my own AI automation business from scratch. This is my journey. 0 to 10k per month. Let's go. So to begin with, who am I? What am I doing? And all this. So, hi, my name is Finley. I'm 16 years old. I am a student at Ullswater Community College, studying maths, physics and biology. And I'm building a business in AI. I started it because I kept seeing young entrepreneurs succeed, making all this money, and I thought, why can't that be me? Why can't I be the one making all this money? At the same time, I saw how AI was going to change the world. So I went all in, learned everything about AI, because I think, personally, it's going to change the world. Kind of like how the tractor changed farming. They could have had 10 workers planting, and then all that work could be done by one tractor. I think the whole AI thing is going to do the same for business. Next thing I want to talk about is how I got started. So a couple of months ago, December 2023, this is when I started seeing all the young entrepreneurs. My algorithms changed in such a way that I kept seeing all the young, motivational entrepreneurs on my feeds, and I was like, wow, I really want to be like them. I really want to make this money, retire my parents, pay off my parents' mortgage, all that stuff. And then at the same time, on my For You page and on Reels and all that stuff, I kept seeing AI videos and like how to build automations for businesses and how you can sell AI solutions. And it was absolutely booming. So I started learning. To start with, I learned make.com and how to build simple automations on there. Also, we learned how to build chatbots so they could help businesses with repetitive questions and Q&As, well, not Q&As, FAQs, so they can really save time. That's my whole idea, save time. If business can save time, they save money. That was in December 2024. That's when I started really learning. That was my learning phase. 2024 was my learning phase. That's when I started learning about AI. And then I took my first actual step into making my own business in January 2024. I started on LinkedIn, where you might be watching this, and I put my first post out. It was, why can't it be me? One day I'm gonna write a book with the title, Why Can't It Be Me? I'm just gonna tell you about my whole journey becoming a multi-billionaire. So when I put that post out, my first ever post, it was just basically stating that I wanted to be an entrepreneur and what I was doing with AI. But now I know entrepreneurship isn't about knowing everything, it's about learning. And it's about, to be honest, that first step you take is the hardest. The first step you take is the first one of many. Like, you get the momentum going, but you just got put yourself out there, put that first step down, put the first step on the table. Well, forge your own path, that's what I'm trying to say. And also, in my first couple posts, I started reading all these business books. So the first one I read was Rich Dad Poor Dad. And I basically learned in that all about like money and how people are brainwashed by the money and the so-called rat race that most people go down working 9 to 5, getting controlled by your boss. And I was like, I don't want to go down there. I want to be my own boss. I want to control my hours. I want to help people. It's like, I'm just going to start my own business. I really want to start my own business. I want to be an entrepreneur. And it was just all about how I would really recommend the book. It was like completely shifted my whole mindset about money, investing in skills. Like, the best thing you can do, if you're going to invest in yourself, improve your knowledge, improve your skills, and then you can with all that new skills and knowledge, you can then make better investments in the future. So what is my dreams? What's my purpose? Why am I doing this? All that good stuff. So I've got a couple of dreams. I've recently read Simon Squibb's book, What's Your Dream? Which I really recommend it. So Simon, if you watch this in the future, maybe, watch this, you ready? So I've got a couple of dreams. My first dream is to travel the world explore new cultures, meet new people, find out what's going on in different places, because I really like traveling, really like holidays, all that stuff. I think most people do, but yeah. My next dream is to help others. So with my whole AI business, my dream is to help businesses expand, grow, save time, save money with AI, so they don't have to spend time on repetitive tasks and mundane tasks. They could just get automated by AI. So the people that work for the businesses can have more fun jobs, like people-to-people jobs, or I'm not too sure. But then my third and final dream is to have geographical, financial, and time freedom. So that, in my mind, that basically means be able to work from anywhere in the world, be able to make as much money as possible in the world, and have the time freedom. So I keep seeing successful entrepreneurs say, you got to buy back your time, you got to do all this. So I think my way of being able to do this is become a digital nomad, like be able to work anywhere in the world and then make it as much money. Like, you can set your own limits, really. That's the whole thing. You can't let anyone else define you. You've got to define yourself. You can't put a ceiling on how much you can grow, because it's just constant learning. It's constant learning and adaptation. Next thing I want to talk about is the first steps I actually took to start my own business and achieve my dreams, basically. So I started watching Callum Carver. Shout out Callum Carver if you're watching. I know you won't be, but maybe one day. So I took his, it's called the Kaizen. He's got a skill to profit course. So I did that. I learned how to pick a skill. So I did AI automation and, sorry, my phone's nearly dead. So I picked AI automation, AI chatbot building, and I learned how to find the market. So my ideal customers are ones that are like drowning in repetitive tasks or customer inquiries. So I can really help them automate these tasks, and then it'll be really beneficial for them, because there's no point trying to sell something to someone if they don't actually need it. It's that whole thing on The Wolf of Wall Street says, sell me this pen. The whole idea is supply and demand. So if there's no demand for it, they most likely won't buy it. So I've got to find the businesses that actually need these solutions. The next thing is creating an irresistible offer. So I learned on this program how to build an offer, how to structure it, how to basically all the fundamentals of business, how to sell. I've never been before I went on this course, I'd never been on a business meeting, I'd never spoke to a business owner, I've never done any of that. So I learned how to sell, the basic fundamentals of sales, and how to eventually scale a business. I've not got to that part yet, but hopefully one day. So whilst I was on that course, I built my first website. I used a tool called Hostinger to build my website. It's called expander.co.uk if you're interested. And with that, I also got my first business email. So that's finley@expander.co.uk. So whilst I was doing all this learning on Callum Carver's skill to profit, I learned 3 key lessons. I wrote them down. So number 1, starting's the hardest part. So basically, the first step you take is always going to be the hardest, but the ones after that are just going to get easier, because you get the momentum going, and small steps add up. That's my second lesson. Small steps add up. If you've got a goal and the steps you take towards that goal, they all add up. It's all, I can't remember the word. It's all compounding growth. And then the third thing I learned is you've always got to be learning. Whether it's, in my case, all about business, how I can start business, about AI, which new AI tools are out, how AI can help businesses, and also about your mindset. How can you grow in your own mind? So this next thing is about the power of AI and how it can help businesses. So I personally think AI isn't going to be a trend. It's the biggest opportunity of our time, or my time, and most people have watching your time. So just like in farming, I think I've already said this, but just like in farming, when the tractor came, there was people who used to plant and farm all by hand and horse and cart. When the tractor came, all them workers got replaced and they all went into different jobs. And I like more human to human jobs and less, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But anyway, I think AI is going to do the same. I think the businesses that use AI in this current time are going to become more productive, more efficient, and more profitable. So how can I actually help you get to these main three things? For customer support, AI chatbots can handle FAQs, repetitive questions, they can book appointments, they can resolve issues and really help your customer have a better time on your website or on your any sort of system you have really. Could even implement it for your own employees, so that if they've got a question, like HR related issue, they could ask a chatbot and get 24/7 response. The next one is automation. So if you've got a set of processes, you could easily automate it. So it could be repetitive tasks like emails or lead tracking, data entry. All these things could be automated using tools like Make.com, Zapier, N8N. Next one you could do with AI is sales, lead generation. AI can qualify leads, it can send follow-ups, it can make and close more deals. Next one's HR and operations, AI-powered client portals, HR chatbots, again, and document management. These are all things that could be done for HR and operations. Next one's marketing. You could make some AI-generated content. You could optimize your ads. You can personalize your customer experience based on your customers. So how can I actually help you do some of these things? So I can build custom AI chatbots. So improve your customer experience, save you time. So if you've got a drowning inbox of customer inquiries, it's all mostly the same question. You can just set up a chatbot, or you can pay me to set you up a chatbot, and I'd help you. So you can save time, and yeah. Next one's automation. So I can help you automate your setup. So automate repetitive tasks, and so you can boost all your efficiency really. The next one's AI consulting. So I can, hopefully you're learning something from this, not just about me, but about AI. So hopefully I can teach businesses how AI can help themselves and their business grow. So the next thing I kind of did on my journey was read. I need to get more into reading. So if you've got any book recommendations, I'd love to hear them. So there's a couple of books that really changed my mindset. So the first one, Rich Dad Poor Dad. It was all about understanding money, investing, and the key thing I learned was you need to invest in yourself before you invest in stocks or crypto or all that stuff, because your own knowledge is your most valuable thing. It's your brain. If you imagine your brain's a sponge and it just wants to soak up information, the more knowledge you've got in your brain, the more valuable you are. So you've got to constantly invest in yourself and increase your value. The next one I read was What's Your Dream? So that's basically, it taught me how to, like, the steps I could take to achieve my dream, and like how to overcome the limited factors of that. But once again, I need to up my reading game a lot. So if you've got any recommendations, drop them down below. The next thing on this whole journey, it's all about like mastering your mindset. So you got like setting goals, achieving your goals, breaking down goals. So big goals can feel overwhelming. You've just got to break them down into simple steps. So for example, if you want to make £10,000 per month, you've got to break down everything, all the way from like, what do I do in a day? What do I read? Who do I listen to? What do I eat? All the way to like, how many clients will I need? How much will I have to charge them? What will I sell? How will I sell it? Why did I need it? What actions do I need to take to get there? That's the whole thing. If you've got a goal, what actions do you need to take? And the whole thing about setting goals is 3 things that I do. So you got your goal, and then you need to figure out how you're going to achieve that goal, and then what you're going to do now to achieve the goal. So using the £10,000 per month again example, so how am I going to get there? I'm going to sell AI chatbots and automation to small businesses, hopefully helping them save time, save money, increase profitability, and really streamline their processes. So, and then you've got to break down how much you'll have to charge them. So if you want to make £10,000, you might have to have 10 clients at £1,000 or all that stuff. And then the next thing is, what can you do now? So if you wanted to make that money, you've got to reach out to businesses. So you've got to reach out, you've got to network, you've got to create content, you've got to boost your credibility, you've got to have a portfolio of testimonials. Another key lesson I learned about your mindset mastery and setting goals. So Alex Hormozy, master of sales, some may call him. So he made this analogy. So if he was going to sell you a car, a £200,000 car for £10,000, you'd do anything possible to make that £10,000. So why don't you do that all the time? Why don't you have that mindset of I need to make this money, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to grow. It's all about commitment and action. That's the whole thing. Success is commitment and action combined. So going back to the question, why can't it be me? The truth is, it can. It can be anyone. You just got to be willing to put yourself out there and grow and learn. I can make £10,000 per month. The only thing stopping me is I just need to become the version of myself that is making £10,000 per month. So you've got to break down what you do in a day, going back to that. And also, the more people that know what you're doing, and the more opportunities will come your way. So what's stopping me from getting to £10,000 per month? Absolutely nothing. I just need more eyeballs, and I need to become the version of myself making £10,000 per month. So the whole thing really is about your personal brand. What people know you for, what people know you're doing, and then they might be able to get an understanding of how they can help you. So with me, if you're a business owner or know someone that's a business owner that might benefit from AI, please refer them to me or tell them about me, because I'm just trying to make a brand for myself and really help other business owners expand with ease. Anyway, sorry, that's probably been really long, but thank you for watching, everyone. Hope you have a great rest of your day, and yeah, thank you once again.